live in 5, 4, 3.
Coming to you live from Chicago's South Loop, it's the Gameshow Gameshow! Let's meet our contestants. First, from Chicago, they love brunch and eating. It's TJ and Katie! Our second team loves playing in the April snow. It's Skylar and Katie! Our next team loves Disney World and eating Cool Whip. It's Cena and Dude. Yeah! They love your mom's butt and Quidditch. It's Sunshine and IKP. They love heavy drinking and winning. It's Fruit Salad and Seymour They love watching Game of Thrones. Hashtag RIP. It's Stacy and Hassan. They love bacon and dust bats. It's Mr. Chinchilla and Camille. They love fashion and running marathons. It's Yoda and Deezy. Hailing from Winterfell, they love all the necessities, eating, drinking, and sleeping. It's Brandon with the good hair and tequila mustache. They love to sing. Listen to them go. It's Aria and Smurf. Last but not least, from Scranton, they love kissing dogs and farting. It's Spooky and Sparkle. And now your host, the amazing Neil Pinklebottom.
Welcome to the Gameshow Gameshow, where our brave and bold contestants will put their wits, skill, and game show awesomeness to the test on a collection of TV's favorite game shows on a game show. I'm your host, Neil Pinklebottom.
And I'm Derek Fairbanks.
Let's give it up for Derek, everyone. Over the next hour, our contestants will answer trivia questions and attempt to complete our game show challenges in order to collect as many points as possible. Today's top 3 scoring teams will take home prizes, and today's number 1 team will be crowned the Game Show Kings or Queens! TV viewers, friends, and family at home, thank you for tuning in. It's time to toss away that magazine, kick away that TV dinner tray, and buckle into that lazy boy for an hour of game show awesomeness on the Game Show Game Show! Contestants, are you ready?
Yes!
Now I will ask that second half of the team to come join in our studio audience. We've set out some chairs right now. There are more chairs in the green room, so let's find those chairs. And now, Derek Fairbanks, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
We've got 6 categories on the board. Let's take a look.
You're going down.
No, I didn't.
We've got 6 categories. They are boy bands, show us your, match this pose, famous underwear, Disney movies.
Shut up, guys.
Here's a towel for you. Thank you. All right. Please find a seat. So everyone, we've got 6 categories on the board. They are boy bands, show us your, match this pose, famous underwear, Disney movies, and U.S. history. And Sparkle, I saw you coming out there with such a shine on that I thought I'd give you control of the board. So please pick a category and point value.
All right, how about boy bands for 5?
All right, for 5 points. Wow! I will ask for no help from any contestants back here, please. Thank you so much. For 5 points, boy bands. Before he would live in La Vida Loca, Ricky Martin sang in what group? And I can't see your name. All right, and that's Do.
Menudo.
Is it Menudo?
It is Menudo.
Nice. Number 3, Do is getting those 5 points, and Do, you've got control of the board.
I would like U.S. history for 1, please.
Ooh, U.S. history. For 1 point, let's take a look at this question. What year was the bicentennial? And that was definitely TJ.
1976.
Was it 1976?
1976.
Nicely done. 200 years after the signing of the Declaration, you've got 1976, and control goes to you.
Let's do famous underwear for 5.
All right, we're going to go deep down into the famous underwear. Let's take a look at this question. Name the superhero Mr. Krupp was transformed into by 2 4th-grade boys, George and Harold, in this 14-book children's series. And that was TJ.
What is Captain Underpants?
Is it Captain Underpants?
Heck yeah!
It is not necessary to answer in the form of
Sorry.
question. You've got control of it.
Let's do Disney movies for 5.
All right, for 5 points, it's Disney movies. In Flubber, what is the name of the professor's robot sidekick? And that is Brandon with good hair.
Who is Flubber?
Is the sidekick named Flubber?
No.
No. It reminds me, this robot reminds me of Billy Blanks, but instead of being about me or you or they or I, it's a different kind of thing. That's the clue I just gave you.
That's a pretty good clue.
Yeah, it is a good clue, isn't it? Yeah.
It would be.
All right, it sounds like we have no
If I saw
answer there, so
Flubber in the last 20
Derek.
years. Weebo.
So I'm now coming over
Not
to
Yubo.
Teasies. You've got control of the board.
Okay, boy bands for 4.
For 4 points, it's boy bands.
Oh my god.
What group has 2 Mickey Mouse Club alumni in its mix? And that was Butt Salad.
Is it NSYNC?
Is it NSYNC?
It's NSYNC.
It's NSYNC! And that's 4 points for you and control.
Lance.
Oh no. Okay, how about Disney movies for 1?
All right, for 1 point, it's Disney movies. If Elsa from Frozen got a tattoo of her personal mantra, it would say, and that was Sunshine.
Let it go.
Is it Let It Go? 1 point for you, Sunshine, and control of the board. Let's take a look.
Let's do Disney movies for 4.
For 4 points, Disney movies. If Ariel from The Little Mermaid gave you a dingle hopper, what would she be giving you? And that's Skylar.
Is it a 4?
Is it a fork?
It's a 4.
Yeah! You know what, Skylar? I'm going to offer you a chance at some bonus points if you can tell me how she would have used that fork.
To comb her hair?
That's 2 points for Skylar! In addition to the 4, so 6 points right there. You are just tied for the lead with TJ now. So you've got control, Skylar.
Okay, match this pose for 3.
All right. In this category, you will see a photograph. If you think you can match the pose in the photograph, then put your paddle out. For 3 points, can you match this pose? And that was Butt Salad. Come on out. Cheer her on, everyone. You can do it! Yeah! All right, Seymour, come on up.
In galoshes.
In galoshes, yes. So Seymour, you've got control of the board. We've got time for maybe 1 or 2 more questions.
Boy bands for 3.
All right, for 3 points, it's boy bands. You might call them the original boy band. They are John, Paul, George, and that's Sparkle.
The Beatles.
Is it John, Paul, George, and the Beatles?
It is not John,
Oh,
Paul,
no!
George, and the Beatles.
John, Paul, George, and that was Mr. Chinchilla.
It'll be Ringo Starr.
Is it? Ringo Starr! Yes, it is! And now I'd like to call Papa Smurf up here to spin the wheel of fortune cookie. Come right here, spin that wheel, and we need to chant for Papa Smurf. No Flammies! No Flammies! No Flammies! No Flammies! And this is Everyone's Got Talent, so stand right here, Papa. And here at the Game Show, we believe that everyone has talent, but when we say that, we mean quantity, not quality. So, Smurf, here is an assortment of talents for you to display. We have these juggling balls, these finger cymbals, often associated with belly dancing. We have this Pete's joke book, this hula hoop, and this guitar. It's only got 5 strings, and it's incredibly out of tune. For each of the talents that you can display in 30 seconds, you will walk away with a point. Ready, set, go! Cheer them on, everyone! Yeah! where your spot is.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you so much. Coming back. All right, we're coming back with another round of fun. I'm the PA. All right, so it's time for me to come over to you, to give you control of the board.
I would like U.S. history for 5.
All right, you know the category you like for 5 points, U.S. history. This person was the first African American ever appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court from 1967 to 1991. And that was Sunshine.
Woo!
Is that Thurgood Marshall? You got yourself 5 points. That's number 4 is getting those 5 points, and control goes to you.
Let's do match this pose for 5.
All right, for 5 points. Can you match this pose? Oh, and that was butt salad and Skylar, both of you.
I actually know if I can. All right.
Cheer them on, everyone. She went from the standing down. They're both getting 5 points. That's number 2 and number 5 getting those 5 points. And now I'm coming over to I'm coming over to Assad or Stacy. Wait. There you are. Yes, I haven't seen you over here, so I thought I'd give you control.
Thank you. Disney movies 3.
All right, for 3 points, it's Disney movies. Andy is the name written on the bottom of the boots of this cowboy, and that was Mr. Chinchilla.
Woody.
Is it Woody?
It's Woody!
Yeah! Nicely done. That's 3 points for you, and you're number 7, right? You've got control of the board.
Show us your for 4 points.
All right, for 4 points in this category, you will see a verbal prompt. If you think you can do the thing in that prompt, then put your paddle out. For 4 points, will you show us your silly human trick? And that was Stacy. Come on out, Stacy. Will you tell us what you're going to do?
Yes, I will lift my elbow.
Yeah! Show your audience over here.
Good job.
That's 4 points for Stacy. I can't do that. And I'm coming over to Deezy's to give you control of the board.
Boy bands for 2.
For 2 points, we're climbing up that boy band's ladder. What group is the opposite of old adults off the street? And that was Jude.
New Kids on the Block.
Is it New Kids on the Block?
It is New Kids on the Block.
Yeah! Nicely done. And we've got time for more questions.
Show us your for 5.
All right, for 5 points, will you show us your breakdance backspin?
No.
It's worth 5 points. And that is Mr. Chinchilla. DJ Derek. We called that the butt spin back in the day. Mr. Chinchilla, you're earning points for your team, so good for you. And you've got control.
Let's do Disney movies for 2.
We're closing out Disney movies, y'all. Let's take a look. Who is the nanny that uses an umbrella as her method of transportation? And
Mary Poppins.
is that Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins!
It is Mary Poppins. And now I'm calling forward Brandon with the good hair to spin the wheel of fortune cookie. Let's cheer for him. No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! And this is Dancing with the Contestants. Stand right here, Brandon. And Brandon, I would like you to pick from anyone else who's on the floor right now a partner.
It's not me.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, all right. So you're going to stand next to each other, right? Face me. Face up. And you've got the job of dancing toward me and back in 10 seconds. But this is not just any dance, everyone. This is a tango. Oh. I do not at all care if this technically. I love that you're leading and you're following. This is not at all. I don't care if it's technically accurate, but I do care that you are cheek to cheek. If you can do that in 10 seconds, and I think you will, then you're going to each walk away with 5 points. Ready, set, go! Yeah! That is number 5 and number 9. Number 5 and number 9 are getting those 5 points, plus 3 points for Brandon for having spun the wheel. Everyone, we've got time for one more round of questions before we switch gears. So I'm coming over to, I haven't seen you in a little while, Deezies.
And they just saw me.
No, it's been a little while. Take the control.
Match this pose for 4.
All right, for 4 points, can you match this pose?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's Bud Salad and Skylar again.
Do it! Be careful!
Yeah! And that's number 2 and number 5 again. I'm coming over to you, Sparkle. You're still trailing a little bit.
It's just like so graceful. I like this is easy.
Oh my, this is my favorite guy.
U.S. history for 4.
All right, we're going to go to U.S. history for 4 points. What year did the U.S. land on the moon? And that is...
1969.
Was it 1969?
Was 1969?
Nicely done. I have it on good authority that that's Derek Fairbanks' favorite year. So I've got to give you control of the board.
Famous underwear for 4.
All right, we're going to go a little bit less deep into that famous underwear. What film featured Sacha Baron Cohen in a very nice mankini sling thong style of underwear? And that was Stacy.
Borat.
Is it Borat? There it is. That's 4 points for Stacy, number 6. And control those 2.
Oh, boy band 1.
All right, we're closing out boy band. What directionally challenged UK boy band had a hit with their first single, What Makes You Beautiful? Man, that was...
One Direction?
Is that One Direction?
That's
It
one.
is One Direction. Nicely done. And you got control there.
Sorry. Guilty
U.S.
pleasure.
history for 3.
All right, for 3 points, it's U.S. history. Who was the 44th president? And that was Mr. Chinchilla.
Barack Obama.
Is that Barack Obama? Yes, it is. That is 3 points and control.
Do famous underwear for 3.
All right, we're going to go in the middle of the famous underwear. What superhero wears red underwear on the outside of his costume? Man, that is...
I know.
Is it Superman?
It is Superman.
And in fact, up until last year, he was not wearing that underwear. He'd not been wearing it for at least 5 years before that, but now he's got his skivvies on the outside again. Brandon, you've got control of the board.
Famous underwear 2.
All right, we're going to go to number 2 in the famous underwear.
Let's keep it going.
What iconic underwear brand would you find Marky Mark modeling in 1992? And that went to TJ.
Calvin Klein.
Is that Calvin Klein?
Calvin Klein.
It is Calvin Klein. And you've got control.
Let's go with U.S. history for 2.
All right, we're closing out U.S. history. What month did the United States enter World War II? All right, and that was...
December.
Was it December?
It was December.
In fact, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. You got control of the board.
I would like, show us your for 3.
All right, for 3 points, will you show us your Hammer Time or Running Man? And that was Butt Salad. Come on out. Yeah! Seymour Butts, you just got yourself 3 more points, and it is now time for me to call forward Sparkle to spin this wheel. No blammies, no blammies, no blammies, no blammies, no blammies, no blammies, and this is Stinko. Stand right here, Sparkle. You're gonna play one of our favorite games. It's called Stinko. So here's what's gonna happen. You'll get to see this in a moment, but I'm gonna show Sparkle just now. So here's what's going on, Sparkle. You're gonna drop a puck down wherever it lands. I'm gonna give you a chance to get those points. Now, Sparkle, I will also offer you a chance to potentially double that score. Because inside of this briefcase, you'll find your pucks. And if you can correctly identify the scent of the scratch and the sniff sticker on that puck, then you will get double the points. Does that make sense? Yes. Now, I give you air quotes because these pucks basically smell like air. So I'll give you some clues too. Sparkle, pick left or right. Right, left, right. How about right? Sparkle, this is a sweet food item that starts with the letter C. Go ahead and scratch this, sniff it. And you might find some of this in a sundae or in a candy bar. And it starts with the letter C.
I know it. Can I?
Yeah.
That cherry.
Is it cherry?
It's cherry!
Yeah! Hold on one moment. Let me just get this pushed back. All right. And here's what's going to happen. I'm going to push this back to you. You're going to wave it back and forth, and everyone's going to yell at you till you feel the need to drop it. So move it left, right, right. Left, Let's give it up for Sparkles, everyone. And now, we're switching gears. Don't leave yet. You're going to switch in a little bit. But everyone put your paddles away because it is now time to announce that you're a family and you're a family and this is the Trivia Feud!
Alright, team.
All right, so here's what's going on. I'm gonna bring up Deezy's and Skylar. Come right here.
Alright,
Face
Skylar,
each other.
what about this?
Right here. Face each. My hands here. So everyone, here's what's gonna shake hands. You don't have to hold hands. Do you have a ring? Then that's sad. All right, everyone, put your hands behind your back. And in just a moment, Derek Fairbanks will read a question. Now, if you think you have a response that belongs on this board, then you can give me a low five right here. Someone broke our bell, so please don't. Okay. Now, if your answer is on that board, we will play with your team immediately. Does that make sense? Great. All right, Derek Fairbanks.
If Barbie had to raise some fast cash, name something she might auction off.
Her car.
Her car.
Let's see her car.
There it is! Thank you so much. And all right, I'm going to set down one rule right away. I'm going to ask for no help from any other contestants. That includes your teammates, that includes the studio audience, and it includes your non-teammates because anything you say can and will be used against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
That means even whispering, none of that. Okay, great. So I'm going to continue over here. Brandon with good hair. I'm not sure if you played with as many Barbies as I have.
Oh, yes, I did.
I haven't. Brandon, so tell me what Barbie would get rid of in hard times.
Shoes.
Her shoes! There it is! There it is! Papa Smurf. It's a recession in Plastic Town. So,
Her house.
her house!
See her house.
There it is! Nicely done. Sparkle.
How about her clothes?
Her clothes!
Let's see some clothes.
There! On there. Mr. Chinchilla, we've got 2 answers on the board and no strikes left.
Her pets.
Her pets! Ooh, you're a monster! I'm so sorry, Mr. Chinchilla. I'm sorry. I have an emotional reaction to that. All right, Deezy's. 2 answers left on the board. Only 1 strike, so no pressure yet.
Ken?
Ken!
Let's see Ken.
It's and Brandon, we're coming back to you, Brandon. Let me explain what's going on. We've got 1 answer left on the board. If you get this right, every member of your team is going to get 10 points. If you get this wrong, I might bring it back to Papa Smurf. Maybe Papa Smurf can bring it home. And if Papa Smurf gets it wrong, then the other team gets 10 seconds to convert and a chance to steal those 10 points.
Well, if Kat's on there, it'd have to be her children.
Her children?
Children.
Wow. That's rough. Brandon, welcome to our show. Papa Smurf, this is your chance to bring it home for your team. Her boat! Take 10 seconds, everyone. Now, if this team gets the 1 remaining answer, they will each get 10 points. If they do not get it right, then you're getting 10 points. Let's see how they do. 3, 2, 1. That's time. Purse. And I'm coming to you, Skylar.
Her handbag collection. Her purse.
Her purse.
Her purse.
Oh! Derek is the judge. Derek is the judge.
We did it. We did it.
Derek is judging. That's what we're looking for. And now it's time for me to call Deezy's forward to spin the Wheel of Fortune cookie.
Do we win?
No blammies. No blammies. No blammies. No blammies. No blammies. And this is... It's a spin it to win it. And go back to your spot, Deezy's. Everyone's going to get a chance to earn some points right now, but not before, Deezy's, not before I ask you a potentially embarrassing question.
Alright.
So of these 4 colors, which one's your favorite? Green, white, orange, or blue? everyone, take a look inside of your blue drawer, and you will find... Oh, it's time for them to make a spectacle of themselves. So here's what's going to happen. Put those glasses on. They will go on over your glasses unless you don't feel like it. And you've got the job. Don't start yet. Oh, let's take that out, Sparkle. Yes. You've got the job of getting that ball in that basket using only the movements of your head. You may not use your hands to do anything except for keep the glasses affixed to your head. And if that ball is in that basket, at the end of 30 seconds, you will get 5 points. Ready, set, go!
Come on, Seymour! Ow! Ow! Nice! Jasper! That's the same thing! Okay, wait, come on, Seymour! Yes! Okay. This is Ireland! Let's go!
10 seconds.
Do it sharp upward movement.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's time! So hold there, please. I see 5 points for Sunshine, 5 points for Stacy, 5 points for Papa Smurf. Let's give up our players. Let's put those back in there. And we've got time for one more round of Trivia Fuse before we switch sides. That makes sense, y'all? Yes. So let's bring forward our next contestants, who will be Papa Smurf and Sunshine.
Woo!
Come on, Sunshine!
Shake hands. Put your hands behind your back.
You got this, Sunshine.
Hands behind your back. And
Name something people are often chased by in movies.
Monster.
a monster!
See monsters.
There it is! All right, I'm coming over here. Now, Sparkle, you've got the face of someone really familiar, like you've been in a lot of movies, so tell me, what would be chasing you if you were in a movie?
A zombie? Is
A
that
zombie?
No.
I think that would be under monster.
Unfortunately. But I'm glad you know what kind of movie you've been. All right, so, Mr. Chinchilla.
Murderer.
A murderer! Generally, we recognize murderers as bad guys. All right, easy.
A car?
A car!
See cars?
There it is! Nice. We got Brandon with the good hair.
A stalker.
A stalker?
What?
I
Generally,
put that under bad guys.
yeah, generally the stalkers are in the category of bad guys. Papa Smurf, you've got 2 answers left. If you get this right, I might bring it back to Sparkle. Maybe Sparkle can take the win for you.
Dog.
A dog!
See a dog?
There it is! There it is. All right, Sparkle, we're coming back to you. This is your chance to redeem yourself from that last. Oh.
Go Sparkle.
Three, 2, 1.
Don't know.
Is it a don't know? Oh, no, it's not. So 10 seconds.
That's alright.
Love her.
All right, it sounds like you have a fairly confident answer. So,
Significant other.
a significant other! Ooh, that would be the stalker side of bad guys. Everyone, you're getting 10 points! Now let's take a look and see what
What was it?
they did not get. We were also looking for dogs. And I understand you're all such fine, upstanding people. It's only happened to me. Everyone, let's switch with our partners.
Are you gonna
All right, and now let's bring up Assad and Spooky. You don't need your paddles right now. We're still in feud. You're failing. You're failing.
Go outside! All right.
All right, shake hands. Put your hands behind your back. And Derek, when you're ready.
Name an animal you could recognize by just its nose.
Elephant.
An elephant. There it is. All right. I love the cheering. It's such a great energy. Katie, welcome to our board. Katie, can you identify a creature whose proboscis tickles your memory fibers?
A pig?
A pig.
Let's see a pig.
Yeah. Katie, Kristen, we've got 4 answers left to find.
Go with a bird.
A bird.
Let's
not actually know.
I was gonna say that.
So, Zaina.
To go with a dog?
A dog!
See a dog.
There it is! There it is. All right, IP.
An anteater?
An anteater!
Anteater.
Fruit salad. We've got 2 answers left.
That was solid.
A horse!
Let's see a horse.
Assad! We're coming back to you. We only have 1 strike so far. So if you get this wrong, I'll bring it over to Katie. Maybe Katie can ring the bell.
So dog's on, there's a cat.
A cat!
See a cat.
And Yoda! Time for you to come spin the wheel of fortune cookie. Spin it. No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! And this is the Deer Tractor! Because you are running into our most terrifying event, and that is the Deer Tractor! Now, Yoda, you might have seen a tractor before, but I know you've never seen a tear tractor. So will you take a look in here and tell us what you see?
Something terrifying.
Nothing.
Wait, no,
Those
no.
are jelly beans!
That's the scariest
Now,
beans.
Yoda, you will walk away from here with 5 points if you can eat one of these jelly beans and tell us what flavor it is. And that's really simple. Yes, yes. But here's the catch, everyone. One of these jelly beans is delicious, and the other not poison. And the other one is not in any way delicious. In fact, I will let you know that of the 2 blue ones in there, one of them is very blue, and the other one is used toothpaste.
Ew.
Exactly, you. For 5 points, eat a jelly bean, not the other one.
Okay, wish me luck.
Cheer on, everyone!
Very blue.
Very blue! No fear, Yoda. Let's take your spot, and we've got time for a final round of Trivia Feud. So, and let's call forward Katie and Kamish.
Go, Katie!
All right, and Derek.
Name something parents tell their kids not to waste.
Food.
Food! All right, KB, not sure if you had parents, but if you did, what would they tell you not to waste?
Water.
Water!
See water.
Nice, nice. Dana, I don't know if you have like a lot of kids, but if you did, what would you tell them? I don't know. I'm not making assumptions. So Dana.
I'd say money.
Money!
See money.
Nice, nice. IP.
Time.
Time!
Time.
There it is. All right, fruit salad. We've got 2 answers left, no strikes on your side.
Like my patience.
Your patience!
See patience.
Fruit salad. But it's true, children should not work. People should, in general. All right, we're coming back to you, Asad.
Energy?
Yes.
Energy!
Yes.
I'm gonna get another
Looks like
strike.
Derek's using specific words up there. So we'll see, Katie, we've got 2 strikes on your side. Will you tell us?
Electricity.
Electricity!
Electricity.
Yes! So it's a form of energy, but we needed something more specific. All right, and we've got 1 answer left, KB, and 2 strikes. So if you get this right, your team is getting some points. If not, and no chatting yet, if not, then this team gets 10 seconds to confer and a chance to steal those points.
Paper?
Paper!
See paper.
No forms of paper, paper towels, toilet paper, not on the board. Take 10 seconds! I have to, by the way. Cheer 'em up, everybody. 3, 2, 1. And that's time. And I'm coming to Tequila Mustache.
Gas?
Gas!
Let's see gas.
Oh no! Let's see what we were looking for. We were also looking for your life! So now it's time for me to call forward. It's time for me to call forward Spooky to spin the wheel of fortune. No whammies! No whammies! No whammies! No, this is snatch race. Spooky, stand in front of Tequila Mustache, and then from this IP.
Oh, someone. Oh!
He's doing good.
Against him! I'm gonna pick Shivani. Okay.
IP Freely.
IP Freely.
All right, so Spooky and IP Freely, you are the temporary captains of your teams. You've got the job of getting your teammates to guess as many of the words and phrases on these cards as you can.
Okay.
You can do or say anything that you like except for the words you're trying to get them to guess. So if it was a fire truck, you could say that it's a red emergency vehicle or that it goes woo, woo, woo. But you can't say the words fire truck or fire truck. For every word or phrase that your teammates guess, every member of your team is taking home a point. 30 seconds on the clock.
All right,
Ready,
all
set, go!
If you slip on this, it's really
Okay,
funny.
ice. It's a
Banana.
Banana peel.
This is something that you need for your iPhone.
Batteries. Charger.
Okay, this is Yelp is a phone dash.
Application.
Okay. If I stay out in the sun really long.
Sunburn.
A joint. A joint. James Dash. James.
That's time! RP, will you tell us which words and phrases your teammates guessed?
We got sunburn, application, banana peel, and cell phone charge.
That's 4 points! And Spooky, which words?
My team got twig, nightmare, blossom, cot, garden hose, sequin, and bird.
And Spooky, you got 3 points for spinning the wheel. So there you go. Everyone, let's get your paddles ready. Let's get your paddles ready. We've got 6 new categories coming up. Let's take a look at these new ones. And they are Sing That Verse, Iconic Clothing, Impressions, Super Challenges, Chicago Sports, and Carbs. And I'm coming over to you, Aria, because I haven't seen you yet. I thought I'd give you control.
Okay, let's do Sing That Verse 4-3.
All right, in this category, you will see the lyrics to a song. I will read out those lyrics, and if you can sing the remainder of that verse, the words that come after what I've spoken, then you will get these 3 points. Let's take a look at these lyrics. I can't get no. And that is...
I can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah! 3 points for IP, and that's number 4. Great, you got control.
I would go with carbs for 5.
For 5 points? Carbs. What cereal is known as the breakfast of champions? And that was...
Wheaties.
Is it Wheaties?
It's Wheaties.
Number 7 is getting those 5 points, and you've got control as well, Kamish.
Super challenges for 3.
All right, what's the 3-point super challenge that Kamish has volunteered for?
Let's see what it is.
That's a game of telephone. Can I ask for one additional member of this side of the team to just join right there? Someone. Yes. That'll help even it out. All right, because we've got a team on this side, we've got a team on this side, and here's what's going to happen. In just a moment, oh, here we go. I'm going to hand Katie and Kamish a card. It's got a phrase on it. The cards have got phrases on them. They're identical phrases. You've got the job of whispering down the ear, all the way ear, all the way until we get to Papa Smurf and finally Assad. And when Papa Smurf and Assad get those phrases, they're going to run up to me, whisper into my ear. Don't worry, I won't take it personally. And then whichever team is most accurate is gonna get those points. Now, if you're equally accurate or equally inaccurate, then it's the team that gets here first that gets the points. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Don't look yet.
Yes.
Don't look yet. Ready, set, go.
Something important.
And on this side, I heard Captain Crunch is eating the coconut office. Pretty good. On this side, I heard Gandhi crunching coconut lovers. The correct phrase is candy crunching coconut lovers. You got the point! All right, let's thank Papa Smurf. I am calling up Aria to spin that wheel of fortune cookie. Spin it. No blammies! No blammies! No blammies! No blammies! And this is, whose dime is it anyway? Stand right here, and I'm going to ask you, Aria, to pick two partners, maybe one person from this side, one person from this side. Have fun, pick two partners right now.
Alright. Alright.
Yeah, Katie! Alright, so Aria, I'm going to ask you to stand right here in front of this table. Kamish, right behind you. Will not need your paddles, so put those away. Stand right here, Aria. And then right behind Katie, and you, I know there are cameras out there, so bring them out so we can get some good, fun pictures and video of this game that we call Whose Dime Is It Anyway? It starts with these 7 dimes, and Aria, it will also start with you taking one of these very clean, never before used tongue depressors, make a diving board out of your mouth with it, please. Wow. Yeah, like that, that's good. Yes, not droopy, because that's bad diving. Up there. And then arms akimbo like Peter Pan. I love it. And then next will be, it will be you, Katie. Take this eye mask, put it on, stick your hands through the holes that Aria has created. And then Kamish, you are the leader of this troop, and you've got the job of getting them using only your language, not your hands. You don't get to touch them. You get to give them orders. You got to help them get the right dimes on that stick using those hands and that stick. Okay, so here's what's gonna make sense. These silver dimes, each of those will be worth a point. These pink dimes, each of them will be worth 3 points. But either of these blue dimes, if those blue dimes are on the stick, no one's getting anything. All right, so take your hands through. There it is. And 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, go.
Forward, 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 right, field, forward, yep, right there, a little bit back, yep, those two,
Just one at a time.
Yep, that one, right, just about, yep, keep feeling, yep, there we go, up, a little bit more, yep, and, left, the bottom of that stack, yes. On the stick, you can do this, yes.
Yeah, Katie!
Back, right, bottom of the stack, yes,
5,
yes,
4,
yes,
3,
yes,
2,
very good.
1, that's it! And that's an epic 7 points for Kamish, Katie, and Aria. Kamish, Katie, and Aria. That's number 1, number 7, and number 10. All right, and Aria, here's the souvenir.
That's like teamwork!
All right, that was incredible teamwork. Yeah. All right, and now I am coming over to Yoda.
Hi.
Hi, Yoda. You're gonna get control of the board.
Let's go for carbs for, oh, I'm sorry, there's something better than that. Iconic clothing for 4.
All right, for 4 points, it's iconic clothing. In 2010, Lady Gaga wore a dress made out of what atypical material to the MTV Video Music Awards? And that was
Meat.
Is it meat?
It was meat.
It's meat! All right, Freely, you've got control of the board.
Pause up, baby. Sorry. Impressions for 3.
Great. In this category, you will see the name of a character or person. For 3 points, we would love to see an impression, meaning a verbal impression of Scooby. Come on, Katie. Do. All right, that's Scooby.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah!
Okay, Scoop, that was pretty good.
Scooby, you've got control.
Okay, I'm going to sing that verse for 4.
For 4 points, can you sing this verse? Because if you liked it, and that is spooky.
Then you should have put a ring on it.
Yeah! Spooky, nicely done. You got yourself 4 points and control.
All right, we'll sing that verse for 5.
All right, for 5 points, if you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the, and that was fruit salad.
Love
Shack!
The Love Shack baby! Love Shack baby!
Love
All right,
Shack,
fruit salad.
baby!
You've got control.
Got this salad! Chicago sports for 5.
For 5 points, it's Chicago sports. Chicago! What is the name of Chicago's WNBA team? And that was Zeta.
I think Bulls.
Is the WNBA team the Bulls? Oh no, Bulls typically aren't W's.
Oh,
Yes. All right. What is the name? They're the opposite of. Not that genders are opposite. I'm gonna shut them now. What is the name of Chicago's WNBA team?
Chicago Sky.
Is it the Sky?
It's the sky!
It's over all of our heads. All right. And it sounds like you
Go back to the
got.
cards.
Yeah.
Chicago sports for 4.
All right, for 4 points, Chicago sports. How many championships have the Blackhawks won? And that is Kamish.
3.
Is it 3? Not at all. All right, coming back this way. How many
Won 3
championships have the Blackhawks won?
Not getting right.
And that was
2.
Is it 2? Oh no, that was an underestimate. You went down. We've got one last chance. How many championships have the Blackhawks won? And that was
4.
Is it 4?
No!
What's the answer, Derek?
This many. 6!
And Yoda, come forward and spin the wheel of fortune cookie.
Get in there, yo.
Oh yeah, but we only have one thing left, and that is teal or not teal. And so here's what's going on, Yoda. You can face this way. What you might not have noticed, we've got 4 briefcases over there. 2 of them are teal, 2 of them are steel, and I'm going to ask you to bring 2 back where you're standing, but not before I ask our friends and studio audience to help you make that choice. Teal, steel, teal, Yoda, here's what we did not tell you. Inside of those briefcases, there's a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 5, one of which we will add to your score. And Derek Fairbanks is coming down to show you the 2 that you did not pick.
What?
There's definitely not a 1 in those 2. All right, let's take a look at the other. Oh!
I love you, Meghan Markle!
Yeah! All right, that's a 0. So we know for sure that you got the 2 highest possible numbers in there, a 2 and a 5. Help her make that choice. Teal, steel, teal. Yoda, while you were making your decision, we got a call from the bank. You can walk away with 3 points, or you can take what's in that briefcase. What do you want to do? Take it. Open it up, Derek. Stand back so everyone can see.
Uh-oh. Stuck. Okay. Here we go.
Let's give it up for Yoda! Find your spot. And we've got time for one more round of questions. But not only that, we are in what I like to call the lightning round! So I will pick the categories and point values from now on. And also, every single question is worth double points! So if you need to catch up, this is the time to do it. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to cards for 2. What would you say to someone trying to swipe your Kellogg's breakfast waffles? And that was KB.
Lego my ego.
Is it Lego my ego?
Lego my ego!
That's 4 points for KB, number 2. And I'm coming back here. Let's go to iconic clothing for 1.
Clothing for 1.
What type of hat did Indiana Jones wear? And that was definitely Kamish.
Fedora.
Is it a fedora?
That's a fedora!
He's famous for his chocolate brown fedora. All right, Kamish, you got control.
Chicago sports.
You don't have control.
Wait.
I
I
don't get you though. Chicago sports for 3. This soccer team shares its name with a locally shot TV show. And that was IP.
Chicago Fire.
Is that Chicago Fire?
Chicago Fire!
It's Chicago Fire, and that's 6 points for number 4. Let's go to impressions for 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fruit salad.
I'll be back.
Yeah! Nicely done. 2 points. Fruit salad. Let's go to cards for 1. deep dish. What food is it? All right. Is it pizza?
It's pizza.
There it is. That's number 10. Getting those 2 points. And I'm coming back to take a look at Chicago sports for 1. What is Chicago's NFL team? Ow! And tequila. Is it the Bears?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bears.
yes. Nice. And that is 2 points for you. Let's go to sing that verse for 1. Do you want to build a and spooky?
Snowman.
Yeah! Nicely done, Spooky. Oh, you got 2 points, Spooky. And let's go to iconic clothing for 2. What color was Michael Jackson's jacket in the Thriller video? And that was definitely red. Is it red?
Yeah, it was
4
red.
points for you, Kamish. All right, we'll go to let's go to carbs for 3. The cronut is a cross between what 2 breakfast carbs? Katie.
A croissant and a donut.
Is it a croissant and a donut? Yes, Katie! Nicely done. And that is some points for you, 6 points for you, I believe. Let's close out saying that verse for 2 points. Just a small town girl. And that is...
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
She took the midnight train to Boy. All right, and we're coming back to me. Let's close out Chicago sports for 2.
I have a down Paddle down.
Name Chicago's 2 MLB teams. And that's what's up.
The White Sox and the Cubs.
Is it the White Sox and the Cubs?
It is the White
There
Sox.
it is. That is 4 points for you. Let's go to iconic clothing for 3. What was Steve Urkel's favorite clothing accessory? Ow!
Suspenders.
Is it suspenders?
Suspender.
Yeah, it is 6 points for you. Let's go to impressions for 2. Mr. T. And that was definitely...
I get noticed. No, wait. Who's the... I Penny the Fool! I Penny the Fool! I Penny the Fool!
I pity me. All right. You got 4 points. Let's go to carbs for 4. What is it called when a runner will eat a large meal, usually pasta, the night before a race? And that is Yoda.
Carb loading.
Is it carb loading?
It's a carbo load.
That's number 8. Nicely done. You got yourself those points. And we'll take a look at these.
I'm always just carbo loading just in case.
All right. Let's go to impressions for 4. Bugs Bunny. Yeah! That is 8 points for you. Let's go to iconic clothing for 5. In A Christmas Story, the Pink Nightmare is a nickname for what outfit? And that is...
The bunny suit.
Is it the bunny suit?
The bunny suit.
Spooky got 10 points. And now everyone, we've got time for no more questions, but I'm going to ask every team member to join up on the floor because we've got time for one more challenge, and that's Super Challenge number 2. So,
What is this?
everyone stand together. We put you in the netball pass. Now I will point out that there are 2 more members on this team than there are on this team, so we'll do a little finale. And here's what's going to happen. Here at the Gameshow Gameshow, we have these specially designed neck balls. They're designed to only go between your chin and your chest and nowhere else. So TJ, don't insert this yet. And here's what's going to happen. Listen to all of the instructions before you assume. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to pass that from neck to neck to neck to neck to neck. Neck to neck to neck,
y'all.
until we reach Sparkle, who is going to do a 360-degree turn. Until we reach Assad, who's going to do a 360-degree turn. And then you're going to pass that neck to neck to neck to neck. All the way back. All the way back. And then Kamish, when you get that ball back, because they've got a couple extra members, we're going to go 4 more after you, so we're going to send it back. 1, 2, 3, 4 to Brandon with good hair. So, when you get that ball the 3rd time, Brandon with the good hair, you're going to find me.
3 times.
1, 2, and
Don't
then
act
3.
like you can't do it.
And then when you get it back, Assad,
We have more practice.
yes, so many necks. All right, Assad, when you get it back the second time, you're going to find me wherever I'm standing with this basket. The first team to get the ball in the basket, every member is getting 10 points.
Opposite.
All right, that can make a difference. You know what? Let's make it 20 points. All right. Oh, if you drop the ball, and it hits the floor, then you can pick it up with your hands. If you drop the ball and it doesn't hit the floor, you got to use your neck to get it up. All right. Also,
Can we skip people?
no. If you drop it, you need to give it back to the person who gave it to you, not under your own neck. Okay? Ready, set, go!
Get in there, get in there.
Let's go, everybody.
Opposite heads, we got this.
Pass that ball.
Chew that neck, get in there, chew that neck.
You got it.
Yeah, get in there. Many more times.
Pull on your hair. I'm so sorry.
We're good.
Come on, guys! You got it! Bring it on back!
Bring it back.
Bring it back!
We got back on word. We got back. We're behind.
You got it, guys! Come on, girls! Now squeeze! Yeah!
Do it.
We're gonna give Darren Fairbanks a chance to tabulate those scores. We don't know yet who has won, but Kamish, if you win the Game Show, where will you go?
Back to Ibiza.
Ibiza! Cambodia! Hawaii! Costa Rica! Panama City! Antarctica!
Salem, Massachusetts!
Italy! Japan!
A winner! To the bar!
The bar! Vegas! Cleveland!
Your mom's butt!
Good job.
Swap it over!
Yes!
Milwaukee!
Yes! Yes! Woo! How about you, Katie? Oahu!
Chicago.
Chicago! That's the farthest place.
I know.
All right, everyone, we're gonna
Never
get,
been
you know, I need to bring out some more prizes. So,
Sunny.
What do we find out? Wait, did I just want to
That wine that I chugged before that.
okay, that's good.
Sexy.
That was all we were eating. Not first, second, or third, just not last.
We're all in this team. We did better than Kevin Cooper.
all right, everyone,
Exactly.
everyone, I'm gonna let you know that each and every one of you competed like a champion today. You competed just a little bit harder. So, Derek Fairbanks, will you let them know who's in third place?
In third place with a whopping 84 points, we have TJ and Katie.
Sorry.
You're taking home a water bottle from our newest attraction, Red Rock Axe Throwing. You can literally hold any kind of beverage you want in it. So thanks. Let's give it up for Katie.
In second place with 90 points, we have Sunshine and I.
Sunshine is like taking home a pass to our signature escape room, trapped in a room with a zombie. That's where we have a zombie on a chain. Every 5 minutes, a chain gets longer, and hopefully you'll get out before the zombie gets you. Let's give it up for Sunshine.
And in first place with 96 points, we have Buck Salad.
Butt salad. Each of you are taking 2 passes to trapped in a room with a zombie. And not only that, you are also our game show queen!